Hi, this is Jan Price, and I'm at the Illuminate Film Festival, and I'm going to be talking with Jamie Wellesley, and we're going to talk about the work that she does with animals, but how it relates to the film that premiered here, entitled Finding Happy. So welcome to the Illuminate Film Festival,
Thanks,
Jamie.
Jan.
It's nice to see you here.
You too.
You did a wonderful integration after the film of Finding Happy, but tell us a little bit about what it is you actually do, and then we'll talk a little bit about what Finding Happy is and how you work, how it's synergistic.
Yeah, so I'm an intuitive, a divine channel, a healer, and I work with people and animals. And my first experience with connecting psychically to an animal was a bird. And in Finding Happy, her first experience of having this deep connection and love was with a bird. So it was a perfect pairing to really bring what we experienced in the film to life afterwards.
And how did you get involved? How did they find you, and how did you find them?
So Kia, the executive producer, is that her role?
Yeah.
I think, yes, is a great friend of mine, and she came to me years ago for an animal reading for her cat Cassini, who had passed away. And then came to learn about how to do it. She took a class of mine. And so when they were looking for somebody to teach people and have this experience of animal communication, she was like, a bird, Jamie, animal communication, I know the right person to invite.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So when did you see the film, and what was your reaction to the film?
Honestly, I saw it the first time today, right before.
You just saw Finding Happy today?
I did, because I wanted to have my first experience of it. I didn't want to see it twice. I was like, I want to be fresh. I want to have this, be present to it.
Right.
I think it's precious that our world is being open to these really deep, transformative topics.
Yeah, it's interesting. I had lunch with a friend of mine, and I said, well, what was your favorite film? Because she said it's a pass for the film festival. I said, what's your favorite film so far? And she said Finding Happy. And then as we talk, she communicates with animals.
Yes.
And she hears them, and she has to block them out. And she has done things. She said there was a turtle in this, in its aquarium, and she got the message. The turtle said, "This is too small. I'm not happy in here."
1000%.
And then she went and she said, "I know this is a little weird,
but
and they went and got a bigger, space, and got the pool or whatever they needed to do for the turtle.
Nice.
And she's had other, and she was telling me other instances, and I was like, "Wow,
yeah, it's very real.
It is very real,
and it's just not normal. We don't talk about this.
I talk to my plants, but I'm not hearing them back, but they're happy."
Yes. Well, they did a study about plants where they now can detect that the plants detect their owners coming home. The plants change when their owners are like something like 20 feet from the house. They shift and they like perk up that their owner's home. And I'm like, this is amazing science.
My God.
So yeah, we're really starting to see.
It is, because we all are interconnected.
That's it.
I mean, I don't know if you got to see Scarlett Lewis yesterday morning, and I was like, Choose Love. Her movement that she's spread through since her son passed away in the Sandy Hook.
Yeah, I know.
Incident, massacre, whatever word we want to use.
Yeah.
And so there was she had a tree. She showed that, that they took a cutting of a tree, the inside of a tree, and of a thumbprint.
Wow.
And they're exactly the same.
Yes. Wow.
So if you look at our imprints, we're the same. It's just amazing. I am the orchid whisperer, as I call it, because I've always said I'm not really good with plants, but orchids, which most people say they have trouble with, I have great luck with my orchids.
Yes, girl.
And I have one that keeps blooming and blooming and blooming. It never stops blooming. And then I bought a new one, and every time I walk by them, I go, I love you. I'm so grateful that you're in my home. I'm so happy you're here. You bring so much joy to me. And they just keep blooming.
Yeah.
So it's interesting.
It's the same concept.
Yes.
With the animals.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And this film opened up a lot for those of us who may not understand. I think many of us who have any connection to animals, but even on a deeper level, I was sitting with somebody who has a 3-legged dog.
Yes, right.
So, and then we see this film with, dogs with 2 legs.
Yeah.
And that he loved the film and had a deeper appreciation, couldn't wait to go home to see his dog. And
you do. It does. Yeah. We were in that HeartMath experience yesterday, and they said, films can make you want to do something and change your life. And that was how I felt too. Our dog Hobbs is here, and I wanted to go home and like tell him how, I'm already in that, but like, I just was like, I really want to tell you I love you and appreciate you. And, it is wonderful. And sometimes as a human, you can share these teachings, but when you see it on film. And I think one of the director of Rescued Hearts, was telling me about this.
Yes.
She said it's about inspiring people.
Yes.
You're not trying to change someone's mind or prove something to them. And I love when someone has the courage to create a movie that way, which is hard, because even me as a teacher and a healer, sometimes I'll be like, and I want to tell you how cool this is and how amazing this is. And it does subtly push people away. But when you just inspire, I feel like it was, really, I could see people's minds opening that might not, had it not come from a film. So I think it's a wonderful medium for that.
And that's why the Illuminate Film Festival was created.
So cool.
And now we are in our 11th year.
Wow.
And it's about, conscious filmmaking and coming together to find out that there are many like minds who are doing similar things in different ways, on different topics.
Yes. Yeah.
And that it opens a conversation.
That's it. It does.
And that's what we want. And we want to spread that out to the community. So that's what Illuminate is so beautiful and perfect. And the work you're doing is too, because not everybody knows that you really can communicate.
That's it.
With
it's
their
just
pets
lack of education
on a different level.
Yes.
And
right.
it's and that they understand. And that's why this movie Finding Happy, when it was just truly amazing what she did with Happy, her sparrow.
I know.
I mean, what was your reaction? Because you said you had not seen it. So when you saw it, what was your reaction to the film?
My genuine reaction was when I got on stage after the film, I said to the two girls, I said, "Can I be your friend?" That's my first words on stage, because I'm like, you girls are cool.
Yeah, they are.
I'm in. I
cool.
want to be friends with you. Really, like, I'm sure we've all come across like a suffering bird or an injured squirrel, and it takes a human being to stop to take it, like really what that woman did.
Yes.
And to create this, abundance of love for this being, like, that's extraordinary. And to document it on film, like that, they're soulmates in my personal opinion.
Totally. But the fact that she had a camera on all the time, filming him.
I know.
But that he, when she took him to the rescue and mission or whatever, the rescue center, and they said, well, we're going to euthanize him.
I know.
Because there's nothing we can really do for this.
Yeah.
And she just went.
Life. I know.
Yeah. I mean, here she's running and she finds this little teeny, sparrow that's been, pecked and almost dead, and brings it to life and communicates with it on a deep level and teaches him a language.
Yes.
That he knew what she was saying and she knew what he was saying and listening.
Yes.
So and all about life is listening.
Listening. That's it.
Listening and picking it up. So it's a beautiful movie, and I'm so glad you were here to teach, for us afterwards. It was such a joy and pleasure to go through what you brought all of us to how to communicate with our pets.
Well,
so thank you so much.
It was a blast.
It was lovely having you here.
Thanks for having
me. You appreciate it. Thank you.